have it. If you want me to send it.
I think we should go into muscular because it's gonna encompass that scam, which I don't think that scam was not gonna matter due to muscular.
Can y'all at least clarify the topic for the judge?
Yeah, I don't even know the topic.
It's Hagromo.
Yeah. And just to clarify, hold on, before we even
Hagromo
start.
versus who?
Kaguya.
Kaguya?
Hold on.
What the hell?
Start.
What the hell? Who got who?
I got Hagromo.
What the hell?
Hey.
Oh, what the heck? What happened to me?
What's up, Damon?
Damon, you're a fucking retard and you should end your life.
Blue Marvel.
Oh, you can look
was
at
the
scans real quick?
Wait, Blue Marvel.
You can look at scans real quick?
That was a joke, by the way. I like my hair.
Why
Yeah, these are just like standard. These are just like standard battles.
This is so subjective and so stupid. So, you saying a 3-style splitting is auto concession? There you go. I think also you saying insulting and flirting is very subjective.
Wait. Let's go point by point because I don't want to like shotgun. So yeah, there has to be a limit to how fallacious someone can be. Otherwise, it's just gonna go internally. Like literally, it's not gonna have an end. I don't see why there wouldn't be a limit to it. I'm not saying that it doesn't necessarily have to be 3, but there has to be a limit.
I don't think there has to be a limit because if my argument is fallacious and we go to conclusions, I will lose the point.
But that still doesn't address the fact that you can just simply be fallacious like infinitely, which is what I don't.
I hate when niggas put
I can keep
troll
arguing and being
rules.
fallacious, but obviously we're gonna go to conclusions at some point, and I would lose. So I don't think it would matter.
So
If
I
the
guess that's mutually.
contest thinks the point is long enough, then we can conclude. And if my argument is fallacious and you can point out when my argument is fallacious, then I would lose the point because that's a flaw in logic. Obviously, if my argument has a flaw in logic, it would be wrong.
So that doesn't really change anything. You just lose regardless. So you just lose via concession or you lose via the verdict itself.
I don't think that means you concede your position, though.
In this case, I'm just only arguing for the fact that you would lose regardless. So concession versus, losing that aspect is still losing.
Not the debate. What you're entailing is you concede your position when that point you just be conceding that premise or that point. There's a difference.
So no, I think there's different definitions of concession, but that would just like be arguing on semantics. The entire point I'm making is that if you lose via a concession, you would still lose via the judgment. So I'm saying if you're agreeing to the fact that you're still gonna lose, why does it matter how you lose?
Well, Marv, I don't know. You don't know what you're yapping about. All I said is that first off, there's one definition of conceding, which is like giving up, basically, or admitting you were wrong, or just surrendering. So if I surrender my point, which is the point that we're on currently, that's different from surrender my position, right? So that's what I'm saying. So you're saying that I can lose the point if I'm fallacious, then sure, but it shouldn't be 3 if you make 3 fallacies and you automatically lose the point, or 3 fallacious arguments. I don't think we're going to get into 3 arguments in a point anyways, but I just think that rule is dumb.
I mean, you said that's subjective, so I mean, I guess what you're saying is very subjective, so I don't really see the point in that. But no, that's, again, if you're giving up your point, again, just being fallacious in general just refers to the fact that you don't know how to fucking debate. So, like, if we're good debaters, I don't know why we even need to worry about fallacies. That's what the first thing, like, comes to mind when niggas complain about that. As if that shit is not, like, kind of common sense. But even then, it's like, sure, let's say that you are going to be fallacious, right? Why would that still mean that there should not be a limit to it? So are you agreeing to the fact that it can be limited, just that it wouldn't be an auto concession? Or are you saying that you have a problem with it having a limit?
I'm saying I have a problem with it. I'm just saying it being a limit is dumb, but we can move on with it. I don't really care. I was just saying it's dumb. It's not really relevant. We can move on. I think the what's it called? The spurging and insulting one is just like so subjective.
Subjective? Like if I called you a bitch, would that be like insulting you?
It can be interpreted as not an insult. It can just be interpreted as a joke or a way to talk to each other.
Okay,
But
so
like, say
let's
for
say
example,
that
if
I
I'm in a
don't like
point
that
and I
shit.
say you're being retarded, I don't think that should be an auto concession. I think that if I go off on like some tirade saying, "Oh, you're being retarded," you just don't know what you're talking about. You're just a retard. You're like, I just say a bunch of insults like your mom, something, something, something. That we shouldn't do that. I don't think that's a concession though. I just think we shouldn't go off on irrelevant tangents like that. But I think if I
Okay,
say
so
retard in my point, it should be me conceding my position or the point.
okay, so let's say okay, so I'm not understanding. So is it so again, so just by joking you can still insult someone. That doesn't really address what I'm saying about the insult in itself. So how about this then? Let me try to keep it simple. How about we leave it up to the judge on whether or not something is an insult? So anything derogatory, anything that's clearly demeaning, condescending, like if I called you a bitch or I called you retarded or said what you're saying is retarded, we could just simply not say that shit. If we know that it's gonna be obviously human nature, by definition, we should know which is clearly right from wrong. We should know which one is insulting and which one is not. How about we just stop or not resort to any of that? Like again, this is one of the rules that doesn't make any sense because there's nothing difficult about it. Like if you just simply have common courtesy, common decency, and being civil, why are we complaining about insulting? Like I could easily not insult you, joking or otherwise. I don't see why this is like a bad rule thing.
I think that's dumb. We could just go under because I don't really care to argue on this no more. I don't think it's going through.
No, I do, but I'm just disagreeing and I mean, I guess we can move on. So what else? Like all I'm saying is I can easily not call you a retard and disagree. I can easily not call you a bitch ass nigga and clearly still disagree and still give my arguments. And I'm only
Marvel
saying,
doesn't
and again, I'm not
understand
saying this for you
insults can be part
specifically.
of a
This is
rhythm
based
of
on past
attacking.
experiences of
Okay,
all of
cool.
these.
Let's
So
go.
yeah.
Debate. Come on. So, are you aware? We can just go into those rules. Okay. So, are
Okay.
you fine with? You aware that Hagromo and Amuro fought Kaguya to standstill for 3 months?
Can you send evidence of that?
Whyfun, call him a retard for disagreeing with your position.
Oh, well, they sealed her. They both fought her and sealed her. But it was stated to be 3 months. But the 3 months part doesn't matter. It kind of does, but they fought her and were able to beat her. I'm sending that scans. Hagromo and Hammer. I can't send links in. Okay. I'm co-owner down position. Let me text him. He's probably not even woke for TJ.
Has the debate started?
Yeah,
Wait, it's some.
I was trying to send this where Hagromo and Hammer sealed Kaguya.
You don't have pick or terms or anything like that?
I do have co-owner, but it won't let me send links. I'm trying to send it to YouTube because I don't feel like going to find the tab just to click for it.
You want to see if I can send it?
If I could send you, probably not, but sure. I'll send it to you in DMs.
Watch
Or
it.
is it fine if I send it to you, Boom Marble in DMs? Yes.
I mean, you could just tell me the YouTube video. I could just watch it.
What,
Hmm.
bro?
Pretty sure I'm already
Yo,
on it.
Sonic.
Damn,
Is
type
it
shit,
Hagromo?
type shit. Look at scans.
What the hell?
Bro, Sonic,
Oh,
look
yeah.
into him. Sonic, look into him. It's
I'm
okay to use our good
co-ordering.
rules.
I did, but you can send it. Okay.
You gotta catch up.
Bro, I've been seeing them rolls like 20 times, bro. They're amazing, dude. Like every single one is top notch. I would agree
But
to
yeah,
every
it says
single one.
Okay, and
It's
what's
top,
the
not
time
low
frame?
tier, nigga.
Kage, shut up.
yeah. At the end, they're able to beat her, and they were fighting for like 3 months. But if you don't If the 3 months would have stayed in the video, then I don't care to go grab it. But it stays to be 3 months that they
You
fall
said
for.
at the end of the, like, what's the time frame?
Like towards the end, like I'll give you time.
Oh, all the way that. Okay.
They seal her around like 9 minutes.
9 minutes. She's a 10 tails. Okay.
And then at 9:10 is when they both seal her. So do you have any contentions?
Yeah, I'm still watching.
It's like 10 seconds.
So are you? So okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
have a
that's just
contention. The fact that
Go ahead.
yeah, I have a contention. The fact that this is a 2v1 and they were struggling, and I have more than enough reason to say that she was holding back massively. So, but yeah, you could go ahead.
So I think you made multiple points. The 2v1 part I don't think is relevant. The why was she holding back? I don't see an argument as why she was holding back.
I think the 2v1 is the most relevant aspect of this because if she's struggling, if they're both struggling while jumping someone, I can only imagine what a 1v1 would be like. If they're barely able to beat her in a 2v1, a 1v1, there's nothing suggesting that they would be able to beat her. I'll let you respond to that, and then afterwards I'll answer your question.
So that's not really relevant to our line of scaling. So you can say a teen Hagromo would lose to Kaguya in 1v1. Like this is like 15-year-old Hagromo or something like that. But go ahead and answer the other question.
Yeah, I just want to respond to that thing because if you have evidence of him being 15, I still don't see why that wouldn't really prove your point because you're still using this version of the character to scale above Kaguya. So does this version of the character who may or may not be 15, is this the character you're saying is above Kaguya?
But that just gets into the rest of my skill, which we're going to get into later on. The most relevant point I think we should address is whether she was holding back or not right now.
Okay, yeah, I don't see why that would be the most relevant because, again, this doesn't even scale Hagromo to her. So if we're talking about her scaling versus his scaling,
I'm saying that gets later on into my scaling. So instead of bringing up these new points, we should go over the points that's already brought up right now and then get into those new points.
What do you mean new points?
Because why Hagromo scales above Kaguya is the whole position that I'm proving. So instead of getting to the other sub points as to why Hagromo scales above her, we should get to we are kind of into why he scales above her, but we should go into why if Kaguya's holding back or not, because that's most relevant to my position. Because that's my scaling chain. If she was holding back, then it breaks my scaling chain as of right now.
I'm saying this doesn't scale Hagromo. I'm saying that would be way more above.
Yeah, you can think that. You can think that. My fault. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, it's cool. You didn't do it on purpose. But in this case, I'm saying a 2v1 would not scale a character within the actual full potential if it was to be compared to a 1v1. So I'm saying regardless of if she's holding back in this scenario, it still wouldn't scale your character. So I'm saying I can't allow that to slide because again, that would be giving you some form of allowance that doesn't make any sense, especially when I disagree to this scaling.
I think a
2v1 could scale because you still have to use your physical abilities, even if you are fighting two people. You still have to use your physical ability. If Kaguya was able to blitz them, then she would have dodged them getting sealed. Like I think this is clear. She was able to blitz both of them, or she would have just blitzed both of them in the fight, and it wouldn't matter how many people it was if she just blitzes them.
Oh, we're talking about the power levels, not the speed. But even if you were to even if you were to argue for the speed itself, I would simply say you can catch a character off guard. So even though we know Kaguya can teleport and has many other ways of escaping, obviously you could catch her off guard to the point where her speed is irrelevant, especially knowing that she teleports. So there's nothing suggesting that she couldn't just simply escape. But if she caught off guard, then again, that's their justification as to why she's not able to do so.
There's nothing to suggest that she was off guard, and there's actually more evidence that she wasn't off guard because she had to be Akugan. which lets her see 360, and she knows she's fighting Hagromo and Hamura, who are both in front of her. And we know the Byakugan has damn near 360-degree vision, so she should be able to see
Markel,
them
give me
perfectly
pick
far.
firm.
Shut up, Kage.
Shut your bum ass up, nigga. Markel, give me pick firm, please.
So the actual Byakugan itself. Okay, let's address that. So
Yo,
we know that in
fucking
this
Ray-
specific scenario, sure, you can have a 360 awareness around yourself, but that doesn't stop the fact that we have characters like Neji, who literally has the actual Byakugan and still got one-shotted by Naruto. Different scenarios of niggas using the Byakugans can clearly still prove that these niggas are 100% still caught off guard. Whether they're overwhelmed, whether or not they're not expecting an attack, or whether or not the actual Byakugan, regardless of if they see it, it still really doesn't disprove the point I'm trying to make about herself being off guard. So the definition of off guard is multiple things, multiple meanings. So I'm just arguing for the. Yeah, go ahead.
So that Naruto example, I don't think it proves anything because Naruto is underground. We know these two instances are distinct because Hagoromo is above ground and fighting her. So I think those two are distinct. And to just the other point you said, her being off guard, I think that doesn't really matter because it would be her reaction speed that they scale to.
Yeah, I don't see why the nigga being underground matters when they have X-ray vision. They can see through walls, they can see through skin. I don't see why a nigga hiding right below you matters. I'm just only making a point that if it was 360, he should also still be aware. But even if he is aware, he can still be caught off guard. That's what I'm saying. As for your second point, shit, what he say? He said, yeah, what you said he was on? He was. What? Can you repeat your second point?
Yeah, I said her being off guard, would it matter? Because if you're saying that, especially what you just said now, if it says that she's aware of them but she's still off guard, that wouldn't matter to be part of your reaction speed. Like if she can't react to them coming at her when she's aware that they're coming at her, I think that's just a reaction speed issue.
Yeah, sure. So what I'm saying is you can catch someone off guard based on their reaction. So that wouldn't be mutually exclusive to the point that I'm making about her still being caught off guard.
I think we can go to conclusions. I don't think that point's too relevant. You want to go to conclusions?
We could go to the next line of scaling. I don't see why we should conclude on the entire point.
Because this point is contingent upon the rest of the scaling. If this point doesn't go through, there's no point in the rest of the scaling. Because it doesn't go through.
Oh, okay, sure. So let me send the fact that Kaguya is holding back. Kaguya is just.
Alright, Kage, we get it.
This debate is butt ass cheeks.
like all of your debates.
That is crazy. That is crazy that he just said that. And then Kage went on mute. That is crazy.
I'll never take that.
Yo, that is based Ohio where's Carson if you have.
Alright, get the fuck out of here.
The only thing that's scaring me in this debate right now is
Shut up,
Whyfun.
Kage. Kage, I'm trying to read the Whyfun. Do you mind?
No, he's my pookie. Yeah, you know.
Hey, shut up with that. Yo, Whyfun, how's it going?
It's all good. But I'm waiting on you.
You know that barber crank where they bite your lip?
What scan are you gonna send? I probably know it.
The scan where hold on, it was 690. But yeah, it's a scan where she's obviously trying to reason with them, like ask them about like what the fuck are they doing, type shit. And there's also a scan where it's like the exact moment where they're about to seal her. I'm pretty sure there's context for it on her being off guard. I just don't remember. I haven't read this shit in like 5+ years, so. But yeah, there's a specific situation that happens when she's about to get sealed, where she's crying in both scenes. So implying like she literally either gave up or she wasn't even trying. I don't remember. Uh, bro, what the fuck is wrong with this app?
Let me open this video again. Because I don't remember that she was crying then. The only time I remember her trying to reason with them is when she thought Naruto and Sasuke was them.
Yeah, I hear this.
Yeah, when she's getting sealed, she does not cry. Well, in the anime, at least, she doesn't cry. The only time she ever cries when she's absorbing their chakra. When they think Sasuke and Naruto are Indra and Asha. No, she thinks they're Hagromo and Hamura, or Indra and Asha. I forgot which one they thought.
Okay, yeah, this is the Infinite Tsukuyomi. Oh yeah, this is where it stated that this bitch is above my roof. It's stated to be
Kaguya.
Yeah, there's a few skins I forgot into right now. We could get into it later though.
Whyfun. Do regular Ragnarok English, man. It's better.
I gotta read it first. I don't like reading whole series. I don't even be reading whole series. The only series I actually read.
It's 83 chapters, nigga.
I know.
Yeah, but them chapters long as hell.
Like reading a series like that, I don't know. Only series I really read was Demon Slayer. Not even rereading. Like I only read Infinity Castle like that.
Demon Slayer's ass. What the?
I skipped to Infinity Castle.
Ew, what the fuck was that snort?
That was gross as hell. What the fuck? What the?
Yo, whoever's laughing's getting banned.
Yo, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm on my good tidings arc.
So y'all finna vote to ban Sync from the server? Everybody agree?
Yeah,
Yep.
get the
Ban
guy
that
here,
nigga
bro.
name. Ban that nigga name. Alright. List of people who should get banned. First we got Kage. Second, we got Whyfun. Second, we got Humor. And last, we got Saint. Agree or disagree? Alright, agree it is.
It is not. Demon Slayer is not carried by anime. The manga is better than the anime.
Oh. Wait, who said that?
Me.
Demon
Whyfun's
Slayer.
right. Of course, you're right, Whyfun. Of course, you're right. I love you, Whyfun.
Demon Slayer is not cheek ass. I don't know what
That
Koreans
shit
are
is
about.
cheek ass.
Have you read Infinity Castle?
I read all of Demon Slayer. I was reading it as it came out.
My ghost said it's good, so it's good.
Old ass nigga.
I'll give you it. I love Demon Slayer up until they got into the later arcs. Like right before
the second to last of the last arc.
When they it started getting ass when Doma fought.
What?
No, I like the
that
Doma
shit
fight.
turns. And then the Demon King Tanjiro shit. That shit was so corny.
That shit
No,
was
they do nothing.
DKT
was
bad, man.
That shit was lit when I first saw it pop out, but he ain't do shit. That nigga ass.
Yo, this nigga clear about old as hell. God damn. This nigga Kuma is
The
so
best fight
old.
is the Kobushima fight with Sadabi and Gilman. That's the best fight of my opinion.
Yo,
What?
You do JoJo's Inverse?
Not really, no. I read all of JoJo's, but why the fuck would I do JoJo's Inverse?
I think I'm gonna back into debating.
Yeah, go back to JJK or ROR.
I'm not doing all that. All I know is that
Oh,
Also, Rick, also, Carl, saw the video about Gojo versus every Joestar.
Yeah, I
So
said
that
too.
video's coming out in like
No, Gojo
Now.
versus every Joestar.
Oh yeah,
Joestar.
oh
So,
yeah that video.
in the instance where she's crying and trying
37K video. I mean views.
Shut
and trying to
up.
reason with them is because she loves them, obviously, and she's trying to get them to not die because she's willing to kill them, but she doesn't want to kill them. Like, say for example, I can say I don't want to do it, but I'll resolve myself and use my power to kill you. I think that's what she's doing. She's trying to give them one last chance before she kills them.
Yeah, which is essentially what I'm trying to argue for the fact that if she doesn't want to, there's a sign of holding back. And if she's clearly holding back, she's not completely bloodlusted, and she obviously has some form of remorse. But that's not the point that's not the point that I sent these scans for. I'm sending the fact that she can teleport behind niggas or teleport in general. So the fact that she got sealed, there would have to be some context for why she didn't teleport away from the original sealing from Hagromo and I forgot the other nigga name. But yeah, like there's some context for that. Because the context for why Sasuke and Naruto was actually able to seal her was literally because of Kakashi. But there was no third nigga to like stop her from teleporting. So I'm saying there's an indicator as to why she's not able to do the same shit. But
Wait,
you go ahead.
Do you know how her teleportation works?
You can explain it.
She opens a portal and she goes through the portal. I can show you her doing that multiple times. That's how she teleports.
Yeah, I know that, but what does that have to do with like her being able to do that against Hagromo and her brother or his brother?
All I'm saying is it could just imply that she's not fast enough to do it. It could just be that she's not fast enough to open a portal and go through it before she gets sealed. Which is why I'm saying that they scaled to Kaguya. That's my whole point. And to address the holding back part, I think that this scan doesn't really imply that she's holding back. I think she's giving them a last chance before she kills them. Because we see her like use her, she switches worlds. She uses her ice thing to like try to kill them, and she looks angry at them, like she hates them.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm saying about the first scan is that she could open the portal in front of the niggas. Not the fact that she needs to like, I don't know, open a portal behind her and then travel behind her type shit. I'm saying like if they're charging at her, there's nothing suggesting that she couldn't just open a portal right between her and them before they touch her. Therefore, they're forced into the portal and that way. Rather than her just look at them niggas and like, what are they doing? And obviously confused as fuck, right? And then what I'm saying now is that the reason as to why that doesn't happen with Naruto and Sasuke, there's context for that, is Kakashi. So Kakashi is the context as to why it doesn't happen in that moment, but in this other moment in the past, there has to be something. That's what I'm trying to look for right now. But just to respond to what you're saying, yeah, what I'm saying is if you're holding back from killing someone, that's literally what I'm trying to make a point of about holding back. It's like what we agreed to, standard battle assumptions, where you're in character but willing to kill. That does not necessarily mean that you're not able to hold back. You're still willing to kill this nigga, but you're holding back doing so. On top of the fact that you could also just simply be holding back and still capable of killing its opponent. So it's like Batman, right? He doesn't want to kill niggas, but he has killed niggas and tried to. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you don't want to do it, therefore holding back, or you try to do it while holding back. So I'm saying both.
Are you saying both applies?
I said, yeah, both can apply or be applied.
So to address the portal stuff, I'm saying that they just did it before she could open the portal. So I think that addresses that. For the other point of that, she could be holding back because it's her son and she doesn't want to kill them. I think that's just less demonstrated by the instances of what she's doing and how her attitude towards them. Even in the panel right there, she is actively killing them when she does that. So I think this doesn't imply that she doesn't want to kill them because she's actively killing them while you're saying that performing an action that implies that she doesn't want to kill them. She's saying, "Oh, well, you guys are my sons. Just stop. Just give me my chakra." When giving her chakra is what's gonna kill them. She can just be trying to invoke some sympathy in them because it's their mother and try to make them like stop resisting. So go ahead.
Okay, that only addresses one half of what I'm saying. But again, what we're saying is, if we know all of her abilities, right? She has long hair. She obviously can fly. She can teleport. She has a Byakugan. She has the what's that shit in the middle of her? Shitty Renegon, whatever the fuck. She has so many abilities to the point where blitzing her is literally damn near impossible. If she teleports, that's already something in itself. If she also has the ability to literally predict the future because it's a superior form, because even the regular Sharingan can do so. Like I think it was Sasuke's third Tomoe, capable of literally perceiving the future. And then we have an updated form of that, which is also called Renegon and the Byakugan. All three of these have some form of prediction abilities. So to blitz her without some form of context does not make any logical sense, and narratively as well. But as to address what you were saying, again, we're talking about something like, even if you look at your own scan, right, or your own video, they're fighting in a big ass what do you call that shit, a Susuno, and she's literally on top of the Ten Tails. They have to obviously see each other and travel to each other. There's nothing suggesting that the bitch is gonna get blitzed just because of the distance in itself. And then again, I'm saying added on by different components of her abilities, right? But just to address what you said about the emotional thing, what I keep saying right now is that, yeah, she can still be holding back. For an example, let me just try to simplify it. So we know that she has chakra rods, but she doesn't always necessarily use it when she has an opportunity to do so. So for example, she tries to freeze them in ice. In the first, I think in the first time she transitions the actual plane of existence, instead of freezing them in ice, she could have easily shot the fucking chakra rods through the ice where they're frozen. But she didn't do that. She just let them niggas. That's one sign of holding back. There's other examples, such as like when she literally grabs them niggas with the fucking the hair and then body slams them with the hair rather than just, again, one-shotting them with the fucking chakra rod. And then again, there's another scenario where she's literally grabbing them in the scans that I set and not wanting shot, like completely just ending the fight right then and there. So what I'm saying is there's way more implications, way more pieces of evidence that suggest that the bitch is literally not trying, compared to the fact that she has no problem. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that she has a problem with killing them, and she even halts their death. And then there's situations where she's like, fuck it, I'm still not trying to kill you, but if I kill you, then again, fuck it, because you're getting in my way or you're doing something to the point where it's like, you're not even giving me a choice. All while being able to hold back is what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
so
yeah. Were you done?
No, yeah. I mean, you go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna just address these arguments, give an argument, and if you disagree, you don't disagree with it, cool. So pretty much to address the part where you're saying it's damn near impossible to put her, I don't think that's the case. Her having the Renny Sharingan, I don't think is relevant, because even Lee says within that arc, when Sasuke has the Chitomoe, that you can see me all you want. If your body is not fast enough to react, then it doesn't matter. You can see me all you want. So that's to address that. And to the other point, saying the ash bones, her whole point was to gain chakra. So the ash bones would delete Naruto and Sasuke, which is deleting all of that chakra, which is her whole point of getting. And why would she fight them to this, like, stand still and hold back, which wastes more chakra? For her whole point is to get all of her chakra back, is to have like a lot of chakra. This is what she wants. This is her goal, to obtain all of the chakra. So it doesn't make sense for her to waste chakra if her whole goal is to obtain more chakra. That's why she didn't use the ash bones. And I don't think anything else addresses my argument.
Okay, so the fact that you're arguing for the ash bones would be, contradictory to what I just made a point of. Again, so we know that she eventually tries to use that, and she doesn't have her full chakra. So again, what I'm saying is she has, okay, sure. All you're doing and all you're arguing is that she has context, she has a reason to not kill them niggas, right? But what I'm saying is, if she came into that fight immediately trying to kill them niggas, then I get your point. But again, all you're saying is, yeah, here's the reason why she's not trying to kill him, because of chakra. Here's the reason why she's halting their death, is because of chakra. Again, which is what I'm still arguing for, that bitch clearly holding back, right? And then again, I don't really see why this like does anything, because again, she still tries to use the ash bones. She still tries to, like, you know, beat the fuck out of all these characters, including characters she doesn't even view as like important, such as what do you call it? Kakashi and fucking Obito, and even Sakura at some points. Right. So what I'm saying is, it's not even only about Naruto and Sasuke. So I don't know if you know what I was trying to argue with that. But again, what I'm simply saying here is that all you're doing is just like literally agreeing to the point that she has reasons to not kill them immediately, which is literally the entire point. As for what you're saying about the Rock Lee versus, I mean, two Tomoe, and then first off, I think that was one. I don't even think he had two by that point. But let's say that he had two. It only became precog when it literally turned on the third. So it was only three Tomoe where he can predict niggas, not see through jutsus, which is what he was saying. You can see through all of my moves, but it doesn't matter because you're not like predicting it. And then again, this is a version of Sasuke that obviously had the movement after training. He had the movement and the speed of Rock Lee. So again, what we're arguing is the fact that the nigga can predict people, and then you have an upgraded version of the Sharingan, which should be able to like obviously transcend the prediction of the first and base Sharingan. And then again, you add this by the Byakugan, which is again precog in itself. So he already has three forms of fucking precog, or she has three forms of precog that should not be getting. Like, it doesn't make any sense to blitz the bitch, right? Unless there's context as to why she's getting blitzed. So what I'm saying is, if you start a fight 100 feet away while you're standing on a 10 tails, and these niggas over here is obviously standing, or I guess like fighting with the Susuno all the way over there, in order for them to obviously reach you, the precog has to be activated, the teleportation has to be activated, or at least used in a way where she's putting it as like a barrier or some shit, to the point where she's not going to obviously touch them. And then there's the aspect where it's like, they was clearly starting from a long distance. There's nothing suggesting that they can blitz her in that short amount of time. Within, again, 2v1, that doesn't really scale them. And it makes sense for them to blitz them. I'm saying that logically speaking, narratively speaking, that does not seem possible. So, I mean, I guess we can't conclude, because like I don't think that addressed any of what I was trying to say. But yeah, if you have anything else.
Cool. To add on to the Ash, she uses the Ash bones on Obito. It's just nigga who's out of chakra. So I don't think that really matters. Obito doesn't really have chakra, she shouldn't value it. So obviously she would use the Ash bones on it. And Kakashi was also low on chakra, so that's why she used the Ash bones on it. He didn't value him either. He has very low amount of chakra. So, and to address the other point about the precog, the Sharingan gives amp perception that you can predict. So, the same point still applies, even if he has one or two moves he can predict. He has advanced perception, which he can predict the moves. I can predict the moves of my body, not physically be able to move in time for it. Like, say for example, if a nigga, I can perceive a car coming at me, but I'm not fast enough to get out of the way from it. I can see it, and I can't move out the way of the car. So I think another argument for the address what I'm saying.
Yeah, one thing I just added something. So let me get this real quick. So first off, while I'm getting at this, I'm just gonna arguments, so you don't take up any time. So literally, like when Naruto summons, like I think it was 1,000 or 100 or something, she literally tries to fucking use ash bones on that nigga. Even when she thought it was a real Naruto, because Naruto was like trying to pretend like this is the real one because we're all gonna protect this specific shadow clone, and literally she still tried to use that shit on him. So the fact that it's again not about chakra is the point that I'm trying to say. And like again, what I'm trying to say about this as well, I have the scan, so let me just send it. Even when she thought it was a 1v1 between these niggas, she used the portal to try to end this nigga. So whether this is Kakashi, whether this is Obito, and again Sakura, who wasn't low on chakra, she still tried to body these niggas, right? And then again, this is including Naruto and Sasuke. So all of these niggas, even though she can absorb chakra from them, she still used the ash bone to try to literally smoke these niggas out of existence, right? So that doesn't prove the point that you're trying to say. As for, again, the actual point I made about the Sharingan, if you have precog, there's no need for you to literally have any line of scaling with your physical body because you can see something before it even happens. So you can automatically position yourself. Like, for example, in this specific context, the nigga is reaching for her. If she has precog, she can literally just duck or go this way to the point where even though he's reaching in his specific direction, the bitch would not be in this direction. Even before he starts to react, even before he starts to reach for her, the precog should still be in effect. So she would see the nigga, clearly see what he's trying to do, and get out of the way before he even, again. So this doesn't have anything to do with her physical body because precog does not need the physical body. If I could see 20 years into the future, I could take my time within these 20 years, and then at the 20-year mark, that's when I start doing this shit to obviously get out of the way or start preparing, like obviously days before something happens. So what we're saying is, it doesn't matter if your physical body can't keep up. And again, that doesn't make any sense because she was blitzing these niggas, even Naruto and Sasuke. Like, what exactly makes you say that she's obviously getting blitzed with precog and a 360 vision? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I guess I can't find the context, so I'll just use my justification for that. I'm trying to look for the fight of when she was sealing these. I mean, when she got sealed, but I can't find that shit. I can't find the chapter. But yeah, and then also in your video, it doesn't even show how they got to her, which is what I was trying to look for. Yeah, I can't find that shit. So yeah, I guess we can go to conclusion.
Okay, so just the things you said. The precog stuff doesn't really matter because, like I said again, it moves. It's the same thing as when you see the car analogy. The car is moving in a linear motion. I know where the car is gonna end up, but I'm still not fast enough to move out of the way before it gets here. Because if I see a car down the road, for example, and it's going straight, and there's no way for it to turn, then it has to be going straight. So I know the car is coming at me, but I'm still not fast enough to move out of the way. That addresses that point. But the other point, when she's on the shadow clone, she used the ass bone. I don't think she actually thought that was the real one. She has these advanced perceptions. We don't know. She gets tricked by some silly shadow clone. I don't think there's no evidence saying she would get tricked by that. And I don't think nothing else he said really addressed what I said. So we can go to the conclusion if you don't disagree with anything I just said.
No, I do. I'm just getting his hands. Where she outright says that I think this is the right one because of the Chusekin orbs, and then immediately tries to stab this nigga with that bone ash. So
she's saying that she tried to use it here. That's because she would rather lose this chakra than lose all of her chakra by getting sealed.
Exactly. So again, that literally, you just basically conceded on the point on the fact that she needed them niggas. Like, again, what I'm simply saying is that she needs them with context. The context is that she only needs one of them, which is Sasuke or Naruto. So she tries to kill Naruto. Therefore, the argument that you made about her needing chakra isn't that really relevant to the point where she's killing these niggas with the most chakra, even though she's killing niggas with the least chakra as well. So what I'm saying is chakra isn't that high up in the priority chain to the point where she wouldn't like focus on it and she wouldn't kill niggas because of this said chakra, whether it's low or high, which is what I'm trying to say, which is also backed up by what I originally said, which is about her holding back, right? So this all coincides with the fact that she needs some level of holding back. As for your argument on precog, again, let's say that the car is let's say that the car is 5 feet away from you, driving at 100 miles per hour. Hell no, that's kind of crazy. But let's say it's like 10 feet or 20 feet away from you, driving at 100 miles per hour. With the ability of precog, you can see the car 20 seconds ago before it was even at the mark where it's like 10 feet or 20 feet away from you, driving at 100 miles per hour. The entire definition of precog is to be able to see the future. If I am seeing the future, I can position myself before I even need to react. So, for an example, if this nigga has a gun pointed to your head, but you can see the future, you know exactly when he's gonna press the trigger, you know exactly the direction he's gonna press the trigger. So you wait for the last second, move your face out of the actual gun's barrel, the gun is gonna whiz past you, and then again, using more precog, you could just literally step in a direction where the nigga isn't able to keep you. Not the opposite way around, because that's clearly contradictory to what being clairvoyant or having precog is. So again, the way you're describing precog, because again, with Rock Lee versus Sasuke, the nigga Sasuke did not have precog for that example to go through. But when he does have actual precog, what was he doing to Naruto? He was embarrassing Naruto. So yeah, he was getting blitzed literally horribly, and then as soon as he third Tomoe, the nigga started embarrassing Naruto, which is proving the point that precog is clearly different than this form of just simply trying to react and getting blitzed before can precog. That doesn't make sense, right? So let me also just send the definition of precog, and then yeah, we can have a couple arguments real quick.
Okay,
Okay, I got you. Do you need me to send a fight with Naruto when he like activated the 3 Tomoe, or do you disagree with that?
I know he gets precog when he activates the 3 Tomoe.
Okay. And then I'm also arguing for aim dodging, just to like summarize all of that.
You arguing what aim dodging?
You said what?
You arguing she could aim dodge?
Essentially with precog. That's what yeah, essentially.
Okay. We can go to conclusion.
So you can conclude.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to?
Come right here. You can start listening now. I know you was not listening to that ramble.
I was listening to a good portion of this, but
so my conclusion is just that Hagromo and Homura like they would have with her or just down to her feet because they were able to see her before they would have moved out of the way. It should prove that, and he was trying to say that he was holding back, and I was saying that there's more evidence going against her holding back than that she is holding back because chakra is her utmost priority. So holding back will make her waste more chakra than she, and that's her whole goal, to get chakra. So it would make her hold back and lose more chakra instead of just be able to one-shot them and just take all their chakra. So that was my argument. He tried to go against this by using like Naruto and the Ash Bones, and he was saying that she didn't use it to open the portal against that. I don't think she could have literally just got blitzed before she could open the portal. And he tried to say that she was trying to erase Naruto's chakra, so it's not the highest on her kill list. Chakra isn't the highest on her kill list, but it just presuppose that, saying she just not necessarily Naruto. But even if she does, she could just cut her losses and be like, I would rather lose this large amount of chakra than losing all of my chakra by getting sealed. That was my argument. I don't think anything he said really contended what I said. He was just presupposing that she could react because she had precog. And yeah. That's my conclusion.
Okay. So the first point I brought up was that this line of scaling doesn't even scale Hagromo because it was a fucking 2v1. So in a week 1, there's nothing suggesting that she would be or he would be at her level. As for the implications that I was continuously using to prove that she is holding back, is the moment where she clearly has remorse after being sealed by her children. She's crying for them, right? Implying that she has some form of emotion where she's obviously not immediately trying to kill them. Even when Naruto and Sasuke is reminding her of them, she's not trying to kill them, which again doesn't refer, because his justification was that she's doing this because of chakra. Then 2 seconds after this, she tries to kill that nigga because of a lack of caring about chakra. So what we're saying, what he's basically somehow semi-conceding on, is the fact that she doesn't prioritize all big forms of chakra because she's obviously afraid. She's afraid of getting sealed more so than her caring about chakra, which is the entire point I'm saying about it not literally being on her top priority. Because again, the top priority would be sealing it, or her being afraid of getting sealed. That's why she tries to kill this thing, which is basically him conceding on a point of top priority is. And then again, in the scans that I just sent, it basically proves that she clearly knows that, or she believes. The fact that she believes that this is the real Naruto is the entire point. It doesn't matter if it was the real Naruto or not. She tries to kill the real Naruto according to her own belief. And then as for the argument that I was using about Hagromo and whoever the fuck his brother is versus Kaguya, what I'm saying is there's context as to why they was able to touch her. What I'm saying is the reason, using obviously multiple pieces of evidence, such as the fact that she can obviously teleport with portals, which she can obviously have alternatives to escape them, or not even be in a position where she's obviously able to be sealed. I'm saying that there has to be some form of context as to why this is happening based on a narrative, right? Which he didn't really debunk or even address. So based on a narrative, she could not get blitzed according to what we know about precog, according to the definition. And again, she couldn't get blitzed because of the definition and of her abilities, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I also sent the definition of precog and aim dodge, which is both more than well in her arsenal of her escaping the sailing. She just, again, couldn't do so because of context.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think I had one more argument. My fault. Hold on. Oh yeah, he also brought up the Rock Lee versus. He tried to negate the actual precog. All I was arguing was that Sasuke during that example did not have precog for that to go through. So I don't think he proved any of his points. And then again, his video, it doesn't even have the full context on how they got there, which is what I asked for even before we went to conclusions. So I don't think he proved that they outright blitzed her. And I'm saying narratively that wouldn't be possible. Based on the evidence, that isn't possible. Because he didn't send anything to prove that they blitzed her, just that she, again, there's no evidence of anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it then.
Okay, so, like, I'm pretty certain for my verdict on, like, 2 of these subpoints, but one of them I'm very, like, indecisive about because you guys both didn't really get into it. But my verdict for, because you guys are aware there were different subpoints within this, right?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna run them down. So the first one would be about Kaguya's demeanor, whether or not she would be holding back. I believe Blue Marble won that due to him justifying her crying due to her remembrance of her children, and how the video that Whyfun was posted, Blue Marble said contextually, this wouldn't make sense, right? And then Blue Marble asked for more context, right? Because he said narratively, there has to be a reason why she got blitzed due to her precog. It can't be due feet-wise, right? Now this is the point where I'm indecisive about. I'm more leaning Whyfun on the precog point in particular, right? Because he believes precog can be blitzed, right? I agree with that based off the logic Whyfun presented, but you guys both didn't make a distinction to what extent, like, can you blitz precog? Because we don't know how far Kaguya's precog goes, and we don't know how fast the opponent that she's fighting. So we don't really know how these two components will clash, right?
Okay, wait,
To be fair,
hold on.
I did it.
For the crying point, I just said that he could be trying to invoke some sympathy to let her absorb the rest of her chakra. Let me stop resisting her absorbing the rest of their chakra, so she was killing them in that skin.
Yeah, I remember that point. I was here, and I believe Blue Marble won that, even though you presented that, because his reputation to that was that narratively, right, she was willing to use ash bones on these targets due to her allocating like priorities, right? So there'd be no reason for her for like invoke sympathy from these characters.
There would be, so because if she's absorbing the chakra, she's trying to get them to stop resisting her absorbing their chakra to make it easier. That's pretty simple. If I'm stabbing you and you're resisting it, and then I say something to make you stop resisting it, so it's easier for me to stab you, then I think that would be the purpose of me doing that.
Blue Marvel, like, he posited like context from the narrative because it makes more sense that she's crying due to her own, due to her own volition, not to make somebody else garner something for herself, right? Because we even see the panel presented. We see that the two suns flash in her mind basically, and that's why she's crying. It's not in attempts to more so garner sympathy based upon the narrative argument that Blue Marvel said.
Yeah, I don't get anything, but yeah,
I just think it's more consistent, but the most important part is the pre-con part.
How do you think it's working?
Also, that doesn't make sense.
For the her prioritizing chakra, how does it go against that?
Wait, Blue Marvel, you said what I said don't make sense?
No, what he said doesn't make sense because she didn't even know Naruto and Sasuke. She viewed them as someone similar to her children. But she's not like, oh, this is my sons. Like, that doesn't make any sense for her to garner sympathy. And I think I said that. You said what?
She does think it's her sons, but I think the demeanor point is just attention. That's why I came to the point that prioritizing chakra. Because it was Genji to allow you to believe that she was his. He thinks that's Hagromo and Hammer. He kind of knew sympathy from that time.
I don't remember you guys going over whether or not she thought Naruto and Sasuke was like her actual sons.
I gave him the arguments.
Well, I don't think I heard that.
My implication, me saying that she's trying to get sympathy from her sons and they don't show us, I think that could be implied. That's what I was arguing. If I'm saying she's trying to get sympathy from her sons, Naruto and Sasuke aren't her sons.
I thought Blue Marvel was arguing that the reason why those two panels showed up was due to like a remembrance factor, like she's remembering her two sons. I didn't know you guys argued that she thought those were her two sons. I don't think I caught that.
I heard it. I said it verbatim. I said, "Oh yeah," because she thought they were like Indra and Asha or her two sons, Hagromo and Hammer, one of the two. I said that's what she thought they were.
Well, I must have not caught that. All I remember, because this is what I typed down. I said she was crying in remembrance. That's because that's basically what Blue Marvel was inferring. But I don't remember saying that Kaguya. No, I didn't say it, but I don't remember hearing that Kaguya thought these two were her sons.
But what? That's
possible you said it, but I don't remember it.
Holding back.
That I think he won that point based off my recollection. The only point that I think that you were more so leaning on winning was a precog point, but I can't make like a certain verdict on that because you both were kind of arguing past each other.
No, if I'm saying that precog can still be blitzed, and we don't know.
I agree.
But if it was, if I argue that he did blitz her, and his only argument against it was the precog thing, he lost that. Then would that not mean that he blitzed her? He blitzed her.
We could get into that.
No, I'm saying that is you guys should more so get into the precog because you guys were talking past each other because nobody like made any claritative statements about what this precog would be against Hagromo and what Hagromo's speed would be against Kaguya's precog. Because I remember you agreed that Kaguya would have a sense of precog due to third Tomoe having precog, right?
Yeah.
So now we don't really know how fast Hagromo is. And we can't really quantify how deep Kaguya's precog goes. That's why I can't really come to a certainty on this.
That's kind of what I was arguing. I was arguing he did blitz her. He was like, no, it's impossible for her to get blitzed because she has precog. That's the only argument against me saying or that she didn't react to this.
No, I was also asking for evidence of her blitzing her. Because again, I already mentioned the fact that in your video, it doesn't even show how he travels to her. Or unless you didn't hear me say that, but I literally said Kaguya was standing on a 10 tails, and he and her brother, I keep saying her, he and his brother was literally inside the Sasuno, but we don't see how they travel to her. So that's what I'm.
Yeah, that's irrelevant.
That's the only way to prove that the nigga is blitzing her with context, with evidence.
No, oh my goodness, no, that's not the only way to prove it. If they are both able to run up on her, seal her before she's able to move out of the way, that entails that she didn't react to the attack directly.
Blue Marvel's arguing that we don't know what means that she got sealed. We just know that she got sealed.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're saying that they could have ran up on her, right? But Blue Marvel's saying that yeah, you can say that, but I can also say that Kaguya got on her knees, started praying, but like, oh, I'm sorry, my sons, I don't want to kill you, and then she got saved.
Yeah, there could
Exactly.
be any. The whole
We
point,
don't know.
I'm not
That's
saying
what I'm saying.
there was running, the whole point is, I'm not saying it has to be running or whatever. All I'm saying is it had some means to get to her and to seal her before she could react.
No, I get that, but I'm saying that Blue Marvel is saying that the opposition is also consistent because we don't have enough context to come to a certainty for like you to make a claim like that
Thank you.
in more of a probabilistic sense. You can just say it's possible. Blue Marvel can also say it's possible that right after that anime clip, she dropped on her knees and said, "Please just seal me, my son."
No, oh my Cooper, you're not listening to what I'm saying. Did she?
No, he is.
Did she do something in response to Hagromo and Hamura sitting right there about to see her?
I don't know.
Look at the video. It's in scans.
Well, is it like the 10-minute video?
Yeah, it's like 9 minutes.
But that's not what I'm
9
saying.
minutes? Oh my God.
No, go to 9 minutes. That's what timestamp. Go to
All right,
9
one second.
minutes.
Let me watch that 1 minute clip right quick.
It's like 10 seconds. It's like so simple. If she didn't react to them sealing her, then they had some sort of means to get to her without her reacting. Or they're able to seal her without her reacting. It's so simple.
No, the alternative can just simply be that she got caught off guard, not that she couldn't react.
You're dumb as hell. This doesn't matter. You can say that she was caught off guard, but my conclusion is still reached that she didn't react. Hello.
Okay, but that's the context. If she's obviously getting caught off guard, why does that scale these niggas' speed if she's not
Went
using
over the off guard point already.
That's what I'm saying. Nigga called me dumb. You didn't even prove your point. The fuck?
Yeah, that's a claim.
Hold on. Kaguya versus Hagromo.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I still don't prove. I don't see how that proves that's a blitz.
It just proves that she didn't react to it, correct?
Yeah, but via what
That's
means?
what I was trying to do.
She could not.
Also,
She wasn't able
just-
to react.
What
Just
Blue
for the
Marvel is
judge,
arguing is that the
just for the
possibility for her not reacting is due to like a mental state, such as like them being her sons, like just
Exactly.
alternate possibilities.
and the fact that she could have been caught off guard, which doesn't scale her reaction speed.
I kind of it's not gonna go anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Argue upon like the peacock point in particular.
Come on, okay. All just support that this is valid. Yeah. So you agree that she saw Naruto?
Wait, hold on. So we concluded. So who won that point? Are we moving on from that point, or what?
It's he won that she holding that.
Yeah, you won the point of her holding back and her having peacock, and then we don't know to the extent of which peacock goes or anything like that.
Okay, so now we're discussing freedom.
So
Whatever you want.
no, I'm just saying that she views Hagromo and Hamura as Naruto. If there was some strength and spirit between them, then obviously that would be different.
Wait, I'm gonna be right back in 2 minutes. So I'm writing this down. I'm getting some notes.
Okay. So do you agree with me?
Yeah, I don't want to like argue with us out here.
Let me go to do you know when Naruto fights Kaguya? Or no?
Also, did you just ask? Would you ask? That's outside help. You can't ask for help, my nigga.
I'm
For the
back, by the way.
chapter, I can't ask for the chapter.
Yeah, that's what the rules say.
This is no outside. That's not outside help. Ask for the chapter. Okay.
Yeah, any amount of help is help.
That's not help. Okay. Like, you hear this, Cooper? I can't ask for the chapter. Think about
I'm
it.
not gonna lie, that is a crazy rule.
Like, what? I mean,
Yo,
it could be
Cole, who you
crazy,
give
but
judgment to?
is
On the
that still
point.
not help though? What do you mean it's not help?
Who you gave judgment to on the
Like,
point?
technically, if you want to be pedantic about it, it is help, but I don't think it's help enough to, like, sway the debate in anybody's favor.
No,
It's
yeah,
like just grabbing a skin and I was gonna find anyways. By
Yeah, if he can act, it's not like him saying, "Oh, anybody got a chapter for an argument? I don't really know the argument. Can you just give me the chapter?" He's more so saying, "I have the argument. I know this scan in my head. It's just that I can't recollect the actual chapter number to go get it."
Yeah, I found it anyway. So, do you agree that Kaguya views Hagromo and Naruto and Sasuke as Hagromo and Hamura? If there's some sort of strength disparity, they wouldn't view it as these two. Do you agree with that?
Huh? What does this have to do with the precog?
I'm not arguing the precog right now. I'm arguing whether the feat's valid. The precog doesn't matter. The precog really doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's saying that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I already won the point of her holding back via this argument. So why are we still on it?
So,
He said he wants to justify it via different means.
Yeah, I can justify Hagromo feeling the Kaguya through different means. It doesn't matter.
But this is the same means of. Okay, sure, you could. So what was your question? I'll answer it.
Kaguya views Sasuke and Naruto as Hagromo and Hamura.
Let's say. I mean, you can finish your point. I don't know where you're going with this. I want to see.
Do you agree? Yes or no?
You can finish your point.
Finishing the point doesn't matter. Do you agree or do you not agree?
I'll tell you if I agree after you finish.
Whether I finish is not. The rest of the argument is irrelevant to this premise. Okay, so what is relevant to this premise? But I mean, knowing that information isn't relevant to agreeing or disagreeing with this premise.
Okay, but what I'm saying is I'm not obligated to answer questions, so we can finish your point.
On the R to progress the debate. I'm not sure if he's going to progress.
Arguments aren't based on answering questions. You could definitely argue without me answering the question.
Yeah, no, I can't continue this argument without you answering this question.
Okay, let's say for this hypothetical, I don't know the answer. Now what?
I'll just tell you by via your own panel. What the hell?
Can I step in to progress the debate?
Yeah.
Like, can we just say a Blue Marvel Steelman's it?
Oh, yeah, that's a good word. I forgot about that shit, too.
Sure. So, if there was some sort of strength disparity, it wouldn't be Naruto and Sasuke as Hagromo and Hamura. You agree?
My fault. You said if there was a disparity, she wouldn't what?
If there was a strength disparity, she wouldn't view Naruto and Sasuke as Hagromo and Hamura because they would be different, because they would be stronger or weaker.
I can't. Your mic is kind of muffled. What was the first statement? You said strength what?
Disparity.
So what do you mean by that?
Like, if there was some sort of strength difference between Naruto and Sasuke and Hagromo and Hamura, you wouldn't view Naruto and Sasuke as Hagromo and Hamura because they're weaker than Hagromo and Hamura. So she would know that they're not them.
I don't see why that would be the case. The alternative could just simply be that she viewed them in an aspect where, quite clearly, like, she's so powerful that she doesn't really determine who's stronger between those four people. I don't think that justifies why she thinks that wouldn't be their sons.
What you say, it could just be that she's so strong that she doesn't care about strength?
Yeah.
That's not relevant to my point. That doesn't defeat my point at all.
What I'm saying is, she's not identifying them niggas by power. So whether it is them or not isn't based on whether or not their power level. It's based on how they look. That's why she grabs their face.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's why she grabs their face, and then their face is being clearly like symbolized or like obviously adjacent to what they see in the past. It's never about power. That's like saying if Saitama one-shots this nigga over here and this nigga looks like this other nigga, he's not gonna be like, oh, you the same person because I just killed this person over here.
Okay,
Like it's
so
not based on power levels because he's too powerful for that to matter. Is what I'm trying to say.
is not the word, bro.
So yeah, basically Blue Marble and Orange so bad because they don't look like Hagromo and Hammer at all. Hammer has completely white skin, and Hagromo has like gray pale skin. Naruto and Sasuke has way like more color in their skin. Their skins aren't pale. So I think obviously you should be able to tell the difference. Plus, Naruto doesn't have that same mark on his forehead. Plus, it's different. I think the way she's telling they're the same is their chakra and their power. This is the only way that we can see. Because if you know they have some Hagromo power and Hammers.
I'm not saying you have to look like 100% like these niggas. We're talking about a time frame of these niggas being born thousands of years ago with the ability to shapeshift and transcend time compared to these niggas who's obviously... So you're saying that she's only identifying them via chakra?
I'm saying this is the most likely one. Like, she's identifying them through chakra and through their power.
Okay, so you're saying if there's another group of people, like if she saw fucking Madara, who's using, or not Madara, but like anyone using the Sage of Six Paths, she's automatically gonna think, oh, these are my sons.
They literally have the same exact chakra as them, so I think so. She would think that's it.
Bro, chakra in general is the same shit. What do you mean? Like, are you saying that there's differences? How?
Yes, like we see that they call Naruto chakra warm, for example, and Sasuke cold and dark. Chakra has different natures and different power to them.
Okay, but what does it have to do with the fact that it's literally also chakra?
They can
different components of chakra.
I didn't cut you off. They can also tell different people via their chakra signatures. Like they could tell it's Kakashi walking up to them, not just some big thing of chakra. They know who in Naruto. We can see the
Yeah, you can identify someone via chakra, but okay, so according to your logic, if the identity of chakra was that precise, and she's like the goddess, like she's the creator of chakra, she would be able to determine that these niggas are in fact not these sons. Because again, they may be similar in chakra, but to say that these niggas are exactly the same people from back then doesn't make any sense. Based on chakra, when we know that they don't all have the same chakra nature, the chakra identification. And like again, if you're arguing that for Sasuke, who's to say that she viewed her sons in a light format, or like they're warm and this nigga's cold, and then she's comparing cold to hot or warm, like in this current era. That doesn't justify anything.
You're not listening. There's a complete difference between, like, she's not the creator of chakra. On Earth, there's a difference. And second off, they're literally wearing a cloak of Hagromo chakra directly. I can show you Hagromo giving them chakra. So it would be a way for her to identify them via just their chakra. And if you're saying she viewed them as two different sons, they also are like incarnates of Hagromo children, which also has the DNA, which would make sense. Why she views them as as Hagromo and Hammer.
Okay, so using that logic, I'm saying that there's multiple characters that has the Sage of Six Paths power, or even just weapons. So for an example, not even just the Sage of Six Paths, like the Asusuki powers in general, right? Madara, Obito, all of these people would have some form of identification when it comes to their chakra and chakra signature. And I'm just disagreeing to the fact that this would be a direct indicator of this because of whatever reasoning you're saying right now. It doesn't make any sense because there's contradictions and there's inconsistencies in what you're saying. But just to continue on real quick, right? So what I'm saying is you have other characters that have the weapons of these niggas. So the what do you call that shit? The fan from the Sage of Six Paths. What's that character name? Tenten. She literally had it in that gourd that Madara was chasing after, and he got the weapons from that gourd. That's one form of identification. You're saying that she's gonna immediately know that this is that because of that. And then just to address what you said about the actual creator of chakra, she was in fact the first person to actually bring chakra to people. Like, if it wasn't for her, and then if it wasn't for her bringing the chakra, no one on the planet had chakra. It was a regular planet. And then again, she slept with that human, or whatever his name is, and then she created the sons. And then only after they was born was she eating the divine tree, and then she get even more of a boost than the white Zetsus, etc. Right? So if Hagromo is stated to literally be the person to connect all of the chakra, where else would the chakra come from? Apart from his mom, who literally gave him that power. That doesn't make any sense. So, like, what you're trying to connect does not exist within the actual narration, or just in general, that doesn't exist. And I can show you the scan of who created chakra.
You're first off, you're just going against. There's a difference between sixth path chakra and Hagromo's chakra. Okay, so I think you're just getting those confused. Sixth path. We don't know exactly what sixth path chakra is, but it's just the juice used by the Otsutsuki. We know that, and yeah, Hagromo's has a different nature. You're saying Hagromo's the one that connected them. I think he just awoke chakra within them. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're all coursing, all of his chakras coursing through their veins. So that doesn't defeat my argument at all. And the Sage of Six Path's weapons things, that's different. We don't know if he imbued chakra into those weapons, so we can just go to the conclusion. Nothing else he said defeated what I said.
Yeah, that's an argument from ignorance. If you don't know something, but you're still making an argument, that doesn't make any sense. Again, we know that she created chakra, and it's stated multiple times. I just have to go get the scans of it being stated. She's literally called the mother of chakra. And then again, no one before her, my fault, no one before her was ever able to use any chakra with evidence. So let me just go get that scan real quick, and then we can move on.
And only to get it, we both agree she was the first one with chakra, and that's the only reason people have chakra. I was just drawing a distinction between her creating all chakra and her being the first one to have it. I just made that distinction. Go to conclusion.
I mean, you said on Earth, so are you like saying
she was the first one to have it on Earth? Yes, she was the first one to have it on Earth. Chakra inherently is with planet. We know this from Boruto, but we don't need to get into that.
Oh, okay. So if you're saying if she's the first person on Earth, then sure. So what I'm saying is, if we know that all chakra comes from one person on Earth, we can literally say that all chakra is the same chakra. The only difference is between how you use your chakra, as in the chakra's nature, and like again the different components. But to say chakra itself is something I can identify this person with simply because he has a chakra. And then the reason why I'm saying this is because you're trying to make a separation between the six paths and the Hagromo's power. Again, who created the six paths power for you to be like, oh, there's a separation? So what I'm saying is that it has to be the same thing, and I'm gonna get the scans for that as well. But yeah, he is the creator of the six paths. Even if you look at his fucking data book, which I'm right here since I already have it saved. Hold on.
Okay, so you want me to respond?
Oh yeah, go ahead. But yeah, I'm just send this real quick.
Okay, cool. So just because she was the first one with chakra doesn't mean it all comes from the same person. Like I said, she could just awaken this chakra in people, because we see they identify people based on their chakra. So we know this is something you can identify people within the Arta. So I think that defeats that point already. And just because he was the first one to use it, again, doesn't necessarily mean that it is his. Because we know he learned Sage Mode from the Toads. That could be what six path Sage Mode is. It's just Sage Mode to a way higher extent. So just because they have six path Sage Mode doesn't mean they all have the same chakra. It's like saying Naruto and Jiraiya has the same chakra because they both use Sage Mode. Like, it's stupid.
Okay,
I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just saying that's kind of the idea. But go ahead.
So the fact that you're saying that these niggas could have had chakra and she's awakening it is what I applied to the argument from ignorance with, right? So again, without evidence suggesting that, there's nothing saying that this statement right here is wrong, which is literally saying she was the very first person to ever have chakra, and Kaguya's children was born with chakra already dwindling within them. Or I said dwindling, dwelling within them. And then via Hagromo, she didn't pass chakra to no fucking person because she didn't really give a fuck. But Hagromo, who has the power from his mom, is the person spreading chakra, which is stated right here. So again, if the very first person to ever have it, not somehow like it's a spark of chakra in this nigga and it's a spark of chakra in this other human over here. No, she was the very first person to have chakra networks. chakra in general, right? So again, outside of Hagromo and his actual lineage, no other nigga had this form of abilities. Hence why his own fucking dad didn't just immediately get chakra and live with these niggas. No, that nigga died because he wasn't like them. So what I'm saying is, yeah, if you look at the lineage, which is what you brought up before, only niggas with the lineage of a few clans have chakra. So again, the entire planet doesn't even have chakra in that aspect. If you just look at all these pieces of evidence, you didn't really prove any of your points. But I also want to just send the argument from ignorance, and then I'll just be finished. You could go ahead.
Cool. So we know. Okay, cool. So I'm saying that if he awakened it, like he could have gave them a piece of chakra, and it awakened in them, and then he teaches people how to gain more chakra. Like this awakens their ability to use chakra. Like that's fine because we know chakra is just a mix of physical and spiritual energy. So if a mix of their physical energy with Hagromo spirit energy, I don't see a problem with that being weaker than or different than Hagromo chakra because they're different spiritually.
Oh yeah, you also said the frogs. So what I'm saying is she's the first person to ever have chakra, and then obviously there's a person to give other niggas chakra, such as a tail beast. That would also be contributed via Hagoromo. And yeah, chakra just simply mean that the nigga is obviously giving the spirit to those people via lineage, not because the nigga just has the ability to ignite this. Again, that's where it's not proven. That's where the fallacious comes in.
Oh, you
But
think
yeah,
you think those are all his sons? No, they're not. Those are the people he shared with. He only had 2 sons.
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, wait, what do you? Because his son had a clan that was called the Senju clan. No, not Senju.
It was the Uchiha and the Uzumaki and Senju.
Yeah,
Both of
yeah,
them.
those clans. And I'm saying all other clans arguably came from them.
No.
What I'm saying is, I'm putting that into question. I'm asking for evidence of you to present something.
I don't need to
Like,
present something. Let's go to conclusions. I think I already proved
you
all
don't
of my
need to present it. Okay, let me just also get this as well.
like you're getting beat up.
I don't know what beat up mean. I already won verdict. That's tough. Let me just send this real quick though. So here's this definition, right? And then let me just read it and we can go to conclusion. If I make an argument by assertion, I am claiming something as a fact, which is saying that this nigga is obviously using some form of, I don't know, chakra passing on through these niggas without lineage, as a fact with no evidence. So all you're doing is making claims with no evidence. Yeah, we could go to conclusions. You want me
We
to
know
conclude
you
first?
could share chakra and all. We know you can share chakra, so this isn't an assumption with no evidence. This actually has a basis. So, okay, we can go to conclusions.
Yeah, you just said something, so let me respond. So you can you show me where the originated characters, so like Hagromo, his brother, etc. Can you show me that those niggas can share? Because obviously, if you already have chakra, you can give chakra to a nigga that already has chakra. We're talking about the origins of a nigga that doesn't have chakra. We're talking about the origins of a nigga that doesn't have chakra suddenly having chakra because of this nigga over here who had it. That's what's in question, not whether or not you can pass chakra to another person that has it already. So, do you have evidence of that being the case? If
What
not,
you
then
can
yeah, we
pass
can move on.
chakra to people that doesn't have. Oh my god, you fucking retarded. Oh my fault. But we could go to conclusions. That was just a side comment that I thought. But we can go to conclusions.
Yeah, you do that again, I'm taking a concession, nigga. Anyway,
That's
yeah, so
crazy.
nah, because that's crazy. You
Nigger.
didn't even have to say
Call
all
him a
that.
nigger,
But
Whyfun.
no, but sure, we could go to conclude. I'm saying you can conclude first.
Okay, so basically my argument was literally just that she could be thinking that this is Hagromo and Harbor based on their chakra, because we know chakra is a way to identify people within Naruto. I said many examples like they identify Kakashi or other people without seeing them. They just know it's them based on their chakra. So chakra can identify people, which he agreed to. And then I'm saying that if they directly get Hagoromo's chakra, then they would be identified as Hagromo. They could be mistaken as Hagromo on top of them having his DNA, which would also support it. And he was just giving some argument where, oh, well, if that was he already agreed to it, but he gave some argument saying, well, if that was the case, then she would mistake everyone for having the same chakra. And I said, that's not the case. We see Naruto and Sasuke have distinct chakra, like, because we say Naruto's chakra is warm and nice, while Sasuke's chakra is like dark and cold. So we see these people have different chakra natures. So whatever argument he was giving was already defeated by that. So I don't see what he was really arguing for. And he never really gave anything that defeated mine.
Okay, so what I was basically saying was that if
Obviously,
we
you
know
think that
that these
Whyfun.
characters can have light chakra and warm chakra versus dark and cold chakra, what I'm saying is who's to say that that was the same thing and the same scenario for her sons? Who's to say that both of them niggas just simply didn't have warm chakra or both of them wasn't simply cold chakra for her to now come back centuries later and be like, this nigga has clearly a different form of chakra, but I'm still gonna contribute this to this son. On top of the fact that, again, everyone has her chakra. So just because it might be some form of evidence of lineage, right, does not mean she's gonna automatically look at these niggas and be like, this nigga has the same exact chakra as this nigga in the past. Again, that's why I was asking for evidence of. It never directly said that both of them has separations of the chakra. Both of them just simply has Hagromo chakra. But you're saying both of her sons. Oh shit. Oh shit, I didn't make that argument. My fault. Yeah, I knew I was forgetting something. But yeah, so what I'm simply saying now is you would have to substantiate the fact that both of their chakra are similar. Just because they are using his chakra does not mean that it's automatically him and his brother. Right? Because again, we know that if you are arguing the fact that there is different chakra, even if you use the same chakra, it can still be identified in a different way, right? So that's what I'm saying. I could give examples, but again, nothing you really said proves your point. Like especially when you said that this nigga Kaguya is not the creator, and it again making these baseless assumptions, making these baseless claims, saying that these niggas should be able to, I don't know, get chakra when they don't have chakra. Again, that's not possible and it's not proven. So I'm also calling a fallacy on what he used with that analogy. But that's pretty much it. I was just questioning shit. And he just put shit into question mode, circular.
All right, let me just go over what I typed.
Mm-hmm. I thought we was gonna talk about pre-call, but I guess.
Okay, so I guess there's two.
But we could debate Naruto later.
Okay.
In this, there's basically two subpoints that I can like immediately like infer from. One of them is about identifying people via chakra, and then the other one is the origin of chakra itself, right? I believe Blue Marvel one in particular that Kaguya passed chakra to humans, and then
I'm gonna
he
debate that.
I just accepted. I didn't really care because I was like,
wait. But there's something.
Oh.
There's also something that you didn't address. I think either because you accepted it or you didn't hear it. But about chakra being passed on to people that don't have chakra initially. Remember that part that Blue Marvel
I didn't
said?
really care about that part. I'm like,
okay, then.
Say that these people are all part of Hagromo's lineage.
Now, the part about chakra identifiers, I believe I'm leaning more towards Whyfun, because he brought up that if Naruto has Hagromo's DNA and chakra passed to Naruto, this may be why Kaguya believed it was her son, because chakra natures are identifiers, and that's when he brought up the Kakashi example. He said that, like, at first I thought Whyfun was shooting his own argument in the foot, because at first, Whyfun, you said that the reason why Kaguya was able to sense them is because the amount of chakra. And then you made an analogy with Kakashi saying, oh, he can have a bunch of chakra, but you know it's Kakashi based off of chakra natures and the warmth or cold, shit like that. And then you extrapolated on that. So I guess you moved your argument away from quantity into quality of chakra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by what the chakra is, not just how much
The
it is.
amount, yeah, because I remember initially you were arguing
Yes,
that
Daddy.
Kaguya. Can you shut up, Kage? I remember initially you were arguing that Kaguya identified Naruto and possibly Sasuke as well as her sons due to the quantity. Then you shifted into quality, which I think is the more appropriate answer. So I believe you won the qualitative aspect, but I do think it was close. Is that it was mainly like you guys were kind of
It
arguing
was
past
not
each other a
close.
little bit.
Whyfun no diff.
No, that shit was
Yeah, what
close.
was no, I respect that. But what was the justification as to why it would be his brother? Like, because if it's using only Hagromo's,
The
if it's
main
only
point.
using Hagromo,
If you had asked that in the debate, I could have explained it, but you never
no,
really
no, I
asked.
know, yeah, I know that.
Blue
I'm just
Marvel.
asking you right now, like,
The
if
main
you do have an
thing.
answer.
The
Oh,
main thing.
my rationale for that just that he gave him the moon sign, the moon seal, which Hamura had. So he has both now. So he has both parts of their chakra, and Hamura had the
Whyfun,
moon
can you give
seal.
me
He had the
nitro?
sun seal.
Oh wait,
Yo,
I forgot
Kage,
you
I'll
don't
give
even.
you.
I don't even
But
Yes,
my
know if
fault.
the
Daddy.
I
moon
was,
seal. I don't know how I'm gonna gift it to you, but go ahead.
yeah, I was texting,
Umar, excuse me? What?
I
I'll
was
give you
texting
Very
E-head if
good.
Apollo.
you give me nitro.
I was texting Apollo. Yeah, what'd you say? My fault.
I had said that if you wanted me to give like external to the debate an explanation, because Hamura had the moon seal and Hagromo had the light seal. So I think both of their chakras just into those seals. And the seal he gave Naruto had
Hi,
his chakra,
Apollo.
the seal he gave Sasuke had Hamura's chakra. So they could seal it.
Hi, Apollo.
Okay, yeah, I would have asked for evidence of that. But yeah, okay, that's fine.
So
Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, Whyfun?
so if they have the same power, then
Wait, hold on. Blue Marvel, you lost to me via concession on
Yeah,
your own
hello?
rule
What
set.
happened?
Plus, you lost via judgment. Like, what is he talking about?
I can go over that after. But here's just Naruto just like blitzing Kaguya
Like,
very
go over
badly.
what? What you mean?
He has me muted because he's
Hello?
scared. It's actually
Oh,
crazy. Look at
Apollo
that.
was talking
Yeah,
to
is
me.
Apollo a little
Oh,
comedic?
So
Apollo? Oh,
basically, Naruto just
Apollo,
blitzes
yeah.
the fuck out of Kaguya badly. Like
Yeah,
it's so
Apollo,
Apollo,
bad.
just spam
yeah,
soundboards.
Apollo,
He'll know.
you're muted. Everyone in the VC is muted. You can type though. But yeah, go ahead. My fault.
Naruto blitzes Kaguya very badly. Like she's sitting in the air, he's on the ground, and then he runs up and cut off her arm before she could react. It travels like a big distance.
Oh, my fault.
He blitzed her so bad, it's not funny.
Yeah,
But
did you
it's
hear that?
I'm Ohio.
hello.
Yeah, someone was playing some type of soundtrack in the background. I couldn't hear you.
That's Kage.
Oh, I muted
Kage?
this. I muted
Oh,
Kaguya's word. So I
yeah,
was
let
saying
me,
that Naruto blitzed Kaguya very badly. Like you can see in the panels, he traveled a massive distance before she could react and cut her arm off.
and traveled a massive distance and cut her arm off.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get this.
So do you have any contentions?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it. Would you say?
Kage, shut your bitch ass up.
He travels a massive distance and then gets blitzed. Kage, don't get muted.
Nigga, that's the whole
Yo,
Oh,
Apollo.
that's
hold on, let
Apollo.
me.
Apollo, shut the fuck up. Man, you're getting your soundboard.
Anyways,
Shut your
so
nigger
yeah,
ass up,
do you have
Markel.
any
Stop
contentions?
talking.
Yeah,
Do you
they
have any
keep
contentions?
over talking you with like the soundboard and shit. But one more time.
Do you have any contentions with Naruto just blitzing Kaguya badly?
Yo, who is that? What the fuck?
It's Apollo.
Apollo?
Yeah,
Nah, I muted everything for him.
I don't hear it. Then it's Kaguya.
And it's okay. Let me try
Wallahi,
double.
that's Apollo, brother. Wallahi,
He's
that's.
muted.
Okay, now that's Ghoul's father.
Niggas lucky I don't got perms.
I'll slap the shit out you, Kuma. Don't you ever say it
Anyways, go
again.
ahead.
Watch
Go
your
ahead. Go ahead.
fucking mouth.
Go on
Geronimo!
mute. Go on mute.
Anyways,
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that was either Heartless or Goldfather or Ghostfather, whatever the fuck. Okay, yeah, my fault. One more time. You said
Yo,
what
Blue.
about Blitz?
Naruto blitzed Kaguya badly. Do you have any contentions?
Yo, how does the muting
According
work
to
for Blue
this game,
Marvel?
Yeah, in this game.
yeah, I don't think this is a blitz. What makes you say this is a blitz?
she doesn't react to him being on the ground and then jumping all the way up there and cutting her arm off.
What chapter is this?
I'm on the chapter and let me tell you. It's 687.
Oh yeah, I'm on this right now too. That's when Obito died. Okay, so yeah, I knew there was context, so let me just send it.
Around the wall.
Okay.
200.
Okay, here and here.
Like, don't say she was off guard. Don't get cliffed. Don't get cliffed.
So as you see right here,
Don't get Cliff is
here.
insane.
Shut up, nigger
Nigga
baby.
said,
Go back
I'm
on
gonna
mute.
acknowledge.
Go back on mute. Go back on mute.
Shut your nigger ass up, Damon.
Oh my second, that's gonna get loud.
Yo, Whyfun,
Okay.
can you mute
So as you see
Damon? He's
right there,
interrupting your
right,
conversation.
Kaguya is clearly getting like obviously mollywopped by Sasuke Sasuno. Then in your second
I ain't
scan,
getting
which is what you
mollywopped
started
by
sending,
anything.
you can clearly say that is someone else speaking over me right now? Or
Yeah.
Just be quiet. But
okay, so as you see in the second panel, right, that pesky traitor Vermin finally died, although insects, etc. Right, and then she said, "Don't you laugh at Obito." They're having a conversation. While having a conversation, he literally says, "As someone who tried to become, as someone who tried to become Hokage, Obito is nothing but awesome to me." Right. So in this scenario specifically, we could just literally chalk this up to the fact that he could use what's that ability that he has? Body flicker. But that doesn't necessarily scale his base speed.
to travel this massive distance,
Yeah, that's how body flicker works.
you know what body flickers use on the ground? You can't use it. You can't prove it applies the flying speed.
Huh? Body flicker is just a boost in your chakra. It doesn't
You're
matter whether or
using
not you
chakra
got.
to amp your speed, which means you're putting it to your feet, for example, to move faster than the eye can see. So body flicker is. So if that's the case, then if you're not using your feet to run, then you're just flying. So you can't prove that body flicker applies to flying.
Who's to say he didn't fucking jump? I don't know. Yeah, he can have body flicker as in jumping, and then after he finishes jumping, he could then just start floating after the jump. But that doesn't necessarily mean that. Again, we all know that this is still chakra. So if he's using flying to obviously float via chakra, if he's using the ability to fly or float via chakra, there's nothing suggesting that he can't use the same chakra to just simply boost more chakra. So that doesn't necessarily mean that
Just they got it. But
Hagromo
anyway,
wouldn't.
so I don't think it matters. You can say it's body flicker. Cool. What does that mean? I
Okay.
mean, he uses. I think you'll be amping your body with chakra in a fight anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. And I just want to also add the fact that this version of Kaguya didn't necessarily have her what do you call that shit? On her eyes? Byakugan activated. I don't know why I forgot that shit. So this is not even her at her full potential.
Okay, he's still physically above Kaguya. Kaguya with the precog could be able to dodge it, but physically he's way above Kaguya. You agree?
I don't know what you mean by physically. We know that like in the same panel they was fighting each other and they was having the clash between those big fists and they went relative with each other. And again, this is not even a full powered Kaguya. This is a weakened version of Kaguya without her Byakugan. So why does it scale her to her full potential?
When they had the big fist clash, that was let me see.
That was the literal beginning.
Or after. That was the beginning of the fight. It's not after. Naruto got faster. You could just say.
Based on what?
Based on better. And we know he's learning how to use. And during this fight, they're both learning how to use their 6 path powers that they just got. So it makes sense as well why he would get stronger.
Yeah, but can you show evidence of him not instinctually learning this already? Because in the data book that I sent you, He already has a mastery of his powers. It's
There's no
instinctual.
evidence that it's a master. He can use the powers, but he's not as good as he was before. I can show you him using like a hella Rasen shurikens, like as it goes on. He learns how to use it better. And Sasuke even learns how to use his running on abilities. He's saying he's getting used to it. This is just the narrative of both of them learning how to use it.
I'm not understanding because again, his Rasengan isn't correlated to the Sage of Six Paths power. We're talking about whether or not he mastered the power in itself. He can just use his base chakra in combination with the actual what do you call it? Sage of Six Paths power, but have a different form of his base power, not Sage of Six Paths power.
He's implying his Sage of Six power in these. We can just go to conclusions there. I don't think you're defeating what I'm saying.
No. You didn't attack what I said about the fact that this isn't peak Kaguya. So why does this matter?
I just explained to you why it doesn't matter if it's peak Kaguya or not.
So you're saying this weakened version of Kaguya without the Byakugan got blitzed?
Yeah, she's weakened, and I
Sure.
mean by weakened is in the fact that she doesn't have her Byakugan active.
More chakra includes, and then, no, I'm saying weaker because again, this is a weaker form. That's why she was looking for all of the chakra back. All of the chakra that exists is hers. So until she got that back, she wasn't at her peak. I can show you the statements of that's literally what the entire plan was.
To get her chakra back? Wait, hold on.
Yes.
So before I agree to the Byakugan, so does it show her Byakugan not being active?
You already agreed to it. I don't see why you would backtrack from that.
Because I found out that that's false. So we're trying to come to a true conclusion. That's why we should backtrack to it.
I don't think hedging is anything that's logical. If you agree to it and you make a mistake on the agreement, that doesn't mean it's my fault. That just means you would concede the point.
I don't see a problem with going back and undoing it. Like you're just saying I can't do it because it's hedging and hedging is fallacious. You can say hedging is fallacious in the fact that if I change my position, then I'm agreeing that the other one was wrong. In the sense of that, then sure. I'm agreeing that the past position that she didn't have her Byakugan was on is false, and this new position is the true one. That's what I'm asserting. So I don't see a problem with doing that.
Do you know what hedging is?
I just explained it to you.
Yeah, hedging is backtracking, which is fallacious. I'm saying, why would we go to this form of fallacy when you already agreed to it?
You want to go to conclusions? I already explained this.
Sure. I'm on 1%.
Okay, that's the point.
Okay, it's charged now. Yeah, sure. I just want to show that this is going to be hedging, and then I guess
I already agreed to it. We can go to conclusions.
No, I just want to show it for the judge and then like for documents.
I agreed already, so the judge would already accept that it was hedging.
No, it's not. What I'm saying is it's not for you. So I get you agreed, but I want to send it.
If we both agree, then the judge would take it as hedging. You don't need to show it, but sure.
Again, it's not for you.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So I don't think we should be backtracking. So I think he made a mistake. I don't think we should agree to that mistake and go back. Sure, we can conclude now.
Okay.
But I just want to send this as well. So only after she got her power back was she stated to be stronger and etc. It's uploading right now. So yeah, if you want to conclude and not address this, that's fine.
Not address what?
The new scans that I just sent. Oh wait, hold on.
Yo, D1, let's debate, nigga. Nigga, let's debate.
Yeah, her plan is to get all the chakra on Earth. That would just make her stronger than when she had the original power. So
that is again, all chakra is her power, which is what we just established.
Not necessarily.
So what aspect of her bringing chakra to the planet and then chakra traveling throughout that planet with the human specifically means that it's not her power?
Oh my god. Well, let's say for example, she gave this set amount of chakra to humans, like 5 chakra to humans. Now, the chakra she gave to these humans would awaken them having chakra systems and stuff like that. and they would make more chakra than 5. They can have like 500 chakra, for example. Now they have way more than Kaguya gave them. So now it doesn't really apply anymore. And she's absorbing mass amounts of chakra from the Shinobi Alliance right now. So that should make up for it. So I just gave why it should be a lot more chakra than she gave them, even if you presuppose that she did give them chakra. So, you want to go to conclusions?
Yeah, I don't think any of that addressed the fact that it's still her power. But yeah, sure. You could conclude first if you want.
Okay, cool. So basically, I just showed Naruto blitzing her. He tried to say it's a body flicker. I'm like, it doesn't matter because he should be using it in the fight anyways. And what I was saying was, he tried to say this was a nerfed Kaguya, but then I was like, that was shown after that she had her Byakugan on. His only contention this was that I hedged. I kind of explained why hedging and backtracking, like we should do it. I gave an argument, which was that if we're trying to come to a truthful conclusion, then if we need to backtrack to do that, then we should be able to. His only contention was it's fallacious, and I explained why it's only fallacious in the case of Kaguya not having her Byakugan on. Sure, that's faulty logic, me switching it and then saying that's true too. So I'm agreeing in the case that would be false. The prior statement that she doesn't have her Byakugan on. That's what I agreed to. And yeah, other than that, he just said, I think we shouldn't be able to backtrack, which didn't really address what I was saying. And he was saying that she wasn't at full power because she's not all of her chakra. When I explained why they should have created a massive, like way more chakra than he originally gave them. So, and she's absorbing a lot of chakra, so she could have her chakra back. And he didn't really contend this. So that's what I think I won.
Okay. So the first point he made was that Naruto tries to blitz her. He didn't really prove that she had a Byakugan on, and then again, he didn't even negate the fact that this is still all a weaker form of Kaguya that was searching for her chakra, searching for all of her power back. He agreed to that earlier, by the way, because that was one of his points. But I guess now he's into hedging. As for the point that I was making was that Sasuke already was fighting her and knocked her back. And then there's context as to what she was focused on. She wasn't just simply focused on Naruto because again, that's why I brought up Sasuke. So she's obviously trying to pay some form of she's not giving her full attention to Naruto specifically is what I would argue. Or at least just to explain what I was trying to argue. And then again, since he agreed to the fact that she doesn't have it activated, he tries to backtrack. But without my agreement to actually backtrack, that just simply means that his point wouldn't go through because that would just simply be, again, hedging or, again, just any other fallacy you could think of about agreeing to something and then conceding to that point by, like, literally changing your point, right? So I don't see why I would agree to being fallacious when it's against my rule set. So the point that she doesn't have the Byakugan activated is automatically a point that he shouldn't win for that. As for the actual definition of what owning is, right? If this obvious scan shows you that it's her chakra, it's just passed around and thinned, that does not mean and it doesn't negate that it is not her chakra. It's just her chakra spread around, right? So all she's doing is using the infinite Tsukiyomi to obviously absorb this shit back. And then as soon as she does absorb it back, he didn't even prove that this is an amp because, again, it's not something outside of her power. It's still her power. He didn't prove that she was more powerful. She didn't, this is still all hers. So I don't think he justified what he was trying to say. He just simply said some possibilities that he didn't even substantiate. But as you can see, it says, Mother just gained more power. Both her might and speed are now exponentially greater. All with her chakra back, which is stated right there in the panel that I sent. Right, so I don't think he proved any of his points, and then I'm justifying why this wouldn't even matter, and I'm also justifying that this isn't even Naruto's regular speed. Using a boost of speed does not include your actual consistent and continuous level of speed. So yeah, he can use body flicker, which doesn't scale his base speed, which doesn't even do anything. So I don't think that proves any of his points of what he's trying to say about him being faster than Kaguya whatsoever.
You're just not tracking. Go ahead, come on.
Biggest yap ever.
All right, so from what I can recall, this is like 2 different subpoints. So, firstly, upon the Kaguya and the body flicker interaction, let me think. Let me recall.
And I don't. This before you say that, I don't remember him saying that he had her attention divided, but my
I
argument
remember
against
I
it
it.
would just
did.
be the Byakugan thing.
He sent. I remember it.
That's literally what I
Yeah,
brought
that
up.
point it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm just saying that point doesn't matter anyways because it would be contingent upon the Byakugan thing.
Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I believe Whyfun won the point of Naruto being faster with body flicker against a non Byakugan Kaguya. I don't think Whyfun justified why the hedging should be allowed, mainly because Blue Marvel didn't agree to the backtrack, and secondly, Blue Marvel substantiated why the backtrack. What?
If I didn't, when did I say he has to agree to it? I'm just giving an argument as to why we should be able to backtrack and why it's healthy for dialectic. He's saying I can't do it, and I give a reason why I can, or it should be allowed.
He posited that it's fallacious, right?
Yeah, and I'm
Then he
saying
said
I
that
explained how it's fallacious. I don't see how it's fallacious to the new claim, but it's fallacious to the old claim of my old position.
Huh? That's not
basically,
how that works.
So it would just lead to my old position being false. We already agreed to this. That's what fallacious means. If I make a fallacious argument, then it would agree that that argument trying to fulfill that position is wrong. Now,
No,
this
that's not what the. That's not.
okay.
It's
This may be
trying to
just a
change
me
into a
thing.
new argument.
This may be just a me thing, right? But I think most people do this as well. When you make an agreement in the middle of a debate, right, and then you get pointed out how this agreement you made is wrong, or you low key like know that the agreement you made is a
Bro,
fucked
we
up
gonna
one that you
be, we
shouldn't
gonna
have.
be, we gonna
Shut
be, we gonna
up.
be. I think
Shut
Whyfun
up.
won that
I
point. I
don't
think.
care. Shut up, you dick riding bitch.
Shut your bum
Wait,
on
who's
something,
talking?
nigga.
Age.
Blue
Oh
Marvel.
my
Blue
god.
Marvel.
We could debate that.
Blue
I think
Marvel.
Whyfun
I
won.
don't care, you dick rider.
When were we gonna
I'm a,
meet?
I'm a dick
Like
rider.
when we
all
were
right,
gonna
go
meet
ahead,
You've
up?
been
Kumar. Go ahead,
yapping
Kumar.
up
Go
the
ahead. Go ahead,
entire
Kumar.
debate. Like, shut the fuck up.
Go ahead, Kumar.
Yeah, shut the fuck
No, I
up,
only been debating the wrong verdict, nigga.
Huh?
Kage.
Nigga, I said you've been yapping the entire debate. Shut the fuck up.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
get loud. Yeah, Kaguya, get loud. I
Bro,
thought punk.
no, bro, I actually believe Whyfun won that point. We could debate
Okay,
that.
and you believe you're a good debater. Mic the fuck down.
And
Yeah,
I
I
am,
Okay,
believe
wait,
I
bitch
wait,
ass.
believe
wait.
Blue Marvel won the point. I believe Blue Marvel won the point.
You also believe you beat
Irrelevant
Infinity.
as
You
hell.
mic the fuck down, bitch ass nigga.
Bro, does anyone have
Anything else?
Kumar,
Uber?
who you think
Yeah, oh
won the
god.
point?
What the
Anyways,
fuck?
Anything
anyways.
They
else?
beat Bindi.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is so
Yeah,
bad.
mic the
Anyways,
fuck
yeah,
down.
y'all can just have it.
Y'all heard giving ass judges like this and
I
think they're
don't feel
better
like
than
continuing this
Infinity.
My
debate.
nigga,
It's been
this
going on for
nigga
too
just
long. You got it,
rambling.
Yo,
Marvel. I
You
got
said
it.
what?
yo, D1,
I
D1,
said I don't
D1,
feel like continuing
Andrade.
this debate. You got it.
Wait, you leaving
It's
Wi-Fi?
been going on for too long. Yeah.
Alright, peace out, bro. It's a good
Oh,
debate.
he conceded?
Okay, wait, who